ready? Y'all get ready?
Yes, you get ready.
Shout out to all my tea sippers out there. We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey. So make sure you guys have your teacups ready because you already know this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey you guys, I hope you guys are doing good today. So I wanted to come on here and talk about the whole Loon situation. I was talking about this on Instagram this evening, and I want to kind of expound on everything and kind of break down, this whole 9-year debacle that's been going on with Loon, aka Amir, and how Diddy plays into all this foolishness. The rapper Loon got out of prison 3 days ago. If you guys don't know, Loon had converted to Islam like 10 years ago. I used to follow him and Muta really hard. And Muta is Napoleon from the Outlaws. And so they had converted. They would talk all over the Middle East and Dubai and different countries. They even came to Minneapolis at one point in time and talked to the Somali community about Islam and, how they changed their life around. Somehow between him traveling the world and speaking about, his new conversion to Islam, he was moving weight. Okay, he got caught in Belgium, moving drugs, moving heroin, and they ended up expediting him to Florida. And he's been in a Florida prison for like the past 8 years. They actually gave him 14 years, which is crazy because you have damn pedophiles who don't get that much damn time. But that's a whole nother damn story. So anyways, it was announced that he was out, and I was definitely happy for him because I have not seen Loon in years. And I used to love his speeches and things like that. So anyway, that's a long story, honey. That's like 2009, 2010. So basically the Shaderoom had reported that he'd gotten out. So all of a sudden here comes Diddy, and he writes in the Shaderoom comments, "God is great. Welcome home. Get at me, King. Love." So when people saw that, they were not feeling that at all. People were like, Diddy needs to get the fuck up out of here. People are tired of Diddy's attention whoring, especially since the reason why, Loon, aka Amir, probably even had to, sell drugs was because Diddy once again shafted him. He hasn't been paid for any of the hard work that he did for Badboys. Just like Mace, just like, Craig Mack and Toto and everybody else. So for him to try and come and ride the Loon train and say, get at me, King. If he really wanted to get at him, the Shaderoom comments is not the spot to get at Loon. But, Diddy's so full of shit. But the ones who really do care about Loon, they went and picked him up. Akon's brother, I believe Freeway was also there. They picked him up. They took him to the mosque.
What's going on? We got JVs in the building. Yeah.
Salam alaikum, man.
Yo.
Welcome home, bro.
Man, I appreciate it. What's up with you?
I'm chilling, man. They got me on Drink Champs. I'm in Miami.
Alhamdulillah, that's what's up.
I just went live. I'm learning this stuff, This is the first masjid I prayed in almost 9 years. Wallahi, I done prayed in cells bigger than, smaller than your children's closet. Toilet right here, sink right here. Sometimes having to try to avoid praying towards, the toilet. So what always brought me joy, Ikhwan, I always had the brothers. I always had the Muslims with you. The Muslims in prison. May Allah make it easy for them. The Muslims out.
Amazing, because it's easy for us to forget about our brothers and sisters that's in prison, incarcerated, you know what I mean? And as we mentioned earlier, man, everybody deserves a second chance. Some of the best Muslims that I've known personally was once incarcerated. Some of them accepted the religion of Islam, and we forget about them.
But if you guys do not know why a lot of people on social media are currently dragging Diddy, a year ago, several celebrities came together and they wrote Donald Trump a letter, asking for clemency for Loon. So the person who put all of this together, because so many times we focus on the celebrity and we forget about the people behind the scenes who are actually, doing the real work. So the man who put all of this together to help Loon and others is a man named Weldon Angelos. Now, he served 13 years of a 55-year sentence for selling less than an ounce of weed, which is insane. Like I said, even with what Loon was doing, for him to get 14 years is crazy because you have these pedos, who don't even get that much time. So this man, Weldon Angelos, he set up the Weldon Project back in 2016 when he was released. And so what he's been doing since then, he had been collecting letters of support for Loon, and he had them signed by so many entertainers, such as Grammy Award winning Faith Evans, former NBA championship winner Kevin Garnett, Rock Nation's Freeway, and I talked about Freeway earlier in the stream, Baby Bash, Stevie J, Snoop Dogg, even Kim Kardashian West, who we know has really been deep and involved in prison reform. So he got a lot of big name people who have a platform to sign this 34-page court motion for a compassion release under the First Step Act. So they got the 35 pages, got the signatures, they got everything over to Donald Trump. And so they were going over everything. And what ended up happening is that the U.S. District Judge, Terrence Boyle, he agreed that due to coronavirus, and how compelling the reasons were that everybody wrote about Loon, how he had changed his life around, how he converted to Islam, you know, how he was not a threat to society. They decided to basically sentence Loon to time served. So it's all of these people, and Muta as well. Okay, Muta was also one of the people who was championing and signing and helping to get him out also. So all these people, you know, came together. Snoop Dogg, Faith, Stevie J. It was a lot of folks. This was submitted back a year ago, June 2019. But one person, funny enough, who never signed it but yet profited off of Loon all these years was Diddy. You know, for Loon to be signed to Badboy, for Diddy to make money off of hits such as I Need a Girl, featuring Usher, I Need a Girl Part 2 featuring Genuine, and all types of other really dope songs that Loon had. For him not to sign, for him not to have his back, but then you want to run to the Shaderoom and say, get at me, King. Diddy is so full of shit. And this is why I do not like him. I don't like his aura. Everything about him, he's just low vibrational, bad energy. And anytime you talk about the stuff that Diddy's done and how he's done a lot of these artists, of course you'll have his fans, and these are usually young fans. You know, these are the children, and I call them children because all y'all are my damn kids' age. These are the kids that were born in the 2000s and upwards, and they only know Diddy as Brother Love. They know this fake persona Diddy. But once again, like I always say, even when I did my last video about Mace, when it comes to us 90s kids, we don't give a shit about Brother Love, okay? We remember Puffy, aka Diddy, who literally shitted on everyone. Nobody walked away from Badboy unscathed besides Diddy. Everybody else is either broke, dead, in and out of jail. They're not living that wealthy lifestyle that Diddy is living. He's basically an energy vampire. I don't care what anybody says. He sucked up these people's talents. You know, he sucked up everything and then, you know, basically spit them out. So for him to try and come and Diddy bot back into Loon's life, you know, years later is bullshit. Loon wasn't even fooling with Diddy before he went to prison. Loon had been stopped, you know, dealing with Badboy, and he was focusing on Islam.
He joins me now from Saudi Arabia, where he's just finished performing an Umrah or minor religious pilgrimage. Thanks so much for joining us. You kind of look a little bit different to me today than how we've been seeing you in those pop videos. Is Loon still in there somewhere?
Nah, Loon is working his way out of my system, you know. Just happy to be, you know, accepting Islam and finding the peace of mind that I was always searching for in the music business. And it was very difficult to find this place in my life now, but thanks to Islam, I've been able to, you know, complete my search, and now I'm very much at peace.
So I take it you're no longer a bad boy?
No, bad boy days are over. Now I'm what you call a good boy.
And I really hope that Loon stays on the right track. He stays away from Diddy. Don't hook up with him. Don't do anything with him. Not music. None of that shit. Continue on your path of enlightenment. Continue riding with the brothers like Muta and Freeway and others who were there for you through these 9 years. Do not even attempt to even acknowledge Diddy and his bullshit. We the fans, we see through it. And we'll be your voice. Screw Diddy. Screw his, you know, his attention whoring. Loon needs to do him. I'm really happy that Loon is out. He now finally gets to spend time with his children and be, in the free world. He put on a lot of years for a silly mistake, and I just hope that he continues on the right path. But Diddy coming out of nowhere is nothing but bad energy. He needs to just stay distancing himself away from Diddy. We've seen how he's done so many people, from Mace to Craig Mack to Total. Stay far away from him, brother, and just stay on your right path. Stay on your enlightened path. Keep doing you. Keep Allah first. You know what I'm saying? And eventually everything will fall into place. So on that note, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Let me know your thoughts on this entire situation with Loon getting out. How do you guys feel about Diddy trying to Diddy bop his way back into Loon's life and everybody seeing it for what it is and basically dragging Diddy all over Twitter? How do you guys feel about this whole situation in general? Let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Make sure you guys go ahead and leave a comment. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Last but not least, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you can be down with the notification squad. All right, deuces.